Okay, let's just go to the last slide real quickly. I just want to remind everyone that the materials from this forum today will be online at the Land Imaging Study website. We've posted the materials from this session, and we'll have the other materials out there as well. We will have out there a spreadsheet that's going to be what we call a applications requirements worksheet that we invite everyone to provide their input to, and we've got at the bottom of the slide here an email address set up where you can send your feedback to us. We'll take it free form. We'll take it in the context of filling out these worksheets. Also, feel free to provide your own responses to the questions. Share this with other people. We're interested in feedback from the user community, both the science and applications industry, as well as the developers out there in industry as well. So from all sectors of the community, we really encourage providing us with your feedbacks, thoughts, and ideas. So I think with that, I'll turn it over to Tim for the closing comments.
Test. Yep. Okay. We're on. No, I'm good. I wanted to thank everybody. This has been a very healthy discussion today in helping to understand and put into perspective the architecture studies that we're undertaking right now. I wanted to come back to the three basic study tenets for the program, and I think the middle one, continuity, where we're here for the long term and to maintain the Landsat data record. I mean, clearly that was very strong topic today of the significance of that, and we clearly recognize that that is the case. We invited you here today as users of Landsat, specifically Landsat data, so the answers we got back were very specific to that platform and the delivery of the data that the Landsat system has done over the course of 42 years. So I understand those responses as well, as far as the revisit times and things like that, 30-meter resolution, thermal data, and the significance of each of those. And I appreciate your insights and discussing those with us as well. As we move forward and develop this long-term architecture, we've been told by the administration, and the NRC called it out in their report, that we can't continue to do business as usual. We can't afford to buy a new Cadillac every 5 years, as you referred to it. That we have to come up, and we've been given the opportunity and the direction now with the successful launch of Landsat 8 to come up with a long-term solution that maintains the continuity for the Landsat program, but essentially provides the data products for the long haul, both short-term, long-term, but in a continuous fashion, that we can go back to our stakeholders and the administration and Congress such that we get continuous funding for the long run again, not just a Landsat 8, then come back for Landsat 9, and then a Landsat 10. We want to given the opportunity and a budget profile to do this for the next 20-some years, and we take this challenge seriously, and we're going to go off and do that. And the other thing, and like I said, we invited you here as Landsat users, and because that has been the platform of choice, but we will examine as we go forward. It's the data products you need, not necessarily how we obtain those. And if we can find other methods that are more efficient, more cost-effective, or more redundant, like you said, in order to get an 8-day revisit cycle, can we augment what we're doing with some other sensor on some other platform? And we can now bring to bear, and have been told to bring to bear, other NASA assets or other U.S. assets as well, to provide data in different places. So it doesn't all have to come from a Landsat type satellite. So this is the challenge to us, is to figure out how to do this, what types of architectures we can come up with that fit within the guidelines we've been given to ensure the data continuity that you have grown to rely on over time, and the quality of that data as well. And we take this very seriously. So thank you again for joining us today and providing the insight that you have. We greatly appreciate that.
And I would just echo some of Dave's comments, particularly thanks for coming up here and spending the time with us. And I do want to emphasize also John's last chart where he gave the place to come with more comments. Sometimes it's difficult in a forum like this to actually get your points across. I think it would be worthwhile for users, especially out there on the phone and any other users that may be listening in, to take some time and take a look at that website, find that form and fill it out, because all of that information will be useful to the AST as they step out and do their work. It's a tough job. And so I wrote up there, it's a daunting challenge for USGS and NASA to try to design something that looks out 25 years in this time of such scarce resources. I mean, it really is a difficult job. And so tough questions get asked at sessions like this and many other sessions. How much do you really need to do your job? And so, you know, it's not good to get defensive. It's good just to answer the questions with the impacts that are really there. And what can happen sometimes is those impacts are so severe that it does cause changes in budget profiles and other things down the road. So we need to document that information and have it ready when the AST does its job over the next few months. So again, this was just one piece of our strategy to meet this challenge. There will be another user forum later next year. But keep in touch with us, provide comments, and thank you so much for your assistance.